Why is the trash still here?
I'll throw them later.
You said that earlier. Why are you always so lazy and never keep your word?
What's wrong with you? I just want to take some time to rest. And it's just not that I never kept my word. Argument. It's unpleasant, undesired, yet it's inevitable in life. And because it's inevitable, a better question to ask is, how can we deal with arguments in a more constructive way instead of how to avoid arguments? Hi everyone, Leon here. Welcome back to my channel, the best place to learn more in less time. An argument usually happens when there are differences you can't accept at the moment. Be it differences in values, beliefs, thoughts, cultures, feelings, and so on. You see, there's just so many things that can trigger an argument easily. You can either manage it by avoiding, which is usually stalling for time and does not help in resolving the issue, or you can manage it by turning the argument when it happens into something constructive that could help you progress and improve your relationship with others, especially with your partner. In this video, I'm going to share with you some ways on how to argue constructively. It's not about what you argue, but rather how you argue. When you focus on what you argue about, you're not focusing on solutions.
Why is the toilet seat up again? How many times must I tell you?
You're more concerned about why that matter wasn't solved. You're more concerned about right and wrong. And you know what? You will get what you focus on. But when you focus on how you argue, you're more focused on solutions. You're more concerned about progress and resolution. A lot of us see the world not as it is, but as how we think it is. We have been living so long in our own world, our beliefs, values, cultures, that we fail to realize or overlook that our partner is a unique individual who has their own beliefs, values, and cultures as well. By focusing on what you argue about, you are essentially denying everything that your partner believes. And at the core of every argument in an intimate relationship is the fear of loss of connection with someone you hold dear in your heart. And when this fear of loss of connection is triggered, our primal instinct is to re-establish that connection through seeking attention. Can you remember when you were young? How did you seek attention from your parents or your caregivers? Most probably it's through crying, screaming, doing certain actions and so on. Whatever it is, you probably exhibit the same behavior now, because that's the behavior your brain is familiar with. Maybe you won't cry or scream as much as compared to when you were young, but your cries now may come in the form of fights or arguments, which is essentially seeking reassurance from your partner or seeking reconnection from your partner. So focus on the how, not the what. This is one of the traps we fall into easily because it is just so easy and convenient to lump the issue and the person's behavior together. Now let me give you an example. When your partner is late, you may say something like, "Why are you always late? How can you be so inconsiderate?" Or if your partner doesn't help you with the chores, you may say something like, "Why do you never help me with the chores? How can you be so lazy and inconsiderate or irresponsible?" When you do this, you are getting personal. You are using your weapons to attack your partner instead of tackling the issue. When was the last time you were scolded and you listened intently with the purpose to improve or solve things? It's rare. Our brain is not in a state to learn when it goes into either offense or defense mode. So, separate the issue from the person and then focus on the issue. And don't use absolute terms like always and never when dealing with issues, because they will just set off a series of other arguments and defense mechanisms from your partners as well. They just have to find one instance to tell you that they are not always late. You see, that time I was early. Time out does not mean avoiding the issue or letting the issue slide by or just pass by and be forgotten. It doesn't work in the long term. Time out is just giving each other space and time to calm down and then revisit the issue again in a better state. Time out is also trusting and respecting each other by giving each other a safe space to retreat to and a safe space to be vulnerable with each other. You could have a secret code with your partner. For example, time out. This could be used whenever you feel that you or your partner needs some time out to calm down and then revisit the issue at a better state. Because when you are not calm, you will not be able to face an issue rationally. And your emotional part of you will take over, which usually just means more argument. For me and my girlfriend, we use this statement, are you in a good state to continue? This is a cue that either one of us is not in a good state to continue, and it allows us to retreat to a safe place and at the same time knowing that we are still there for each other. Here's something you need to know. You may be thinking, I know all these techniques, but sometimes I still do lash out because I'm just so overwhelmed. I know, and I agree, because it's more easy to do that, and sometimes we just get too lazy to use these techniques and allow our emotions to overtake us. It's just like, you know that you have to have a healthy diet and exercise to have a healthy and fit body. But it's easier not to do all those things. And sometimes we just get too lazy to do it. So if you mess up, don't be too harsh on yourself. Just own your part and be vulnerable and courageous enough to let your partner know that you have messed up and you wish to make things right. A partner who cares about you, your well-being, and the relationship will respond in kind. If they don't, then it serves as a warning signal to you. If this is a relationship that needs reassessment, and see whether it's worth to pursue further. The happiest relationship is not one that does not have any arguments or fights. It is one that does not let their negative feelings or emotions overwhelm their positive ones on a daily basis. So next time when you are in a fight or argument, think about this. Do you want to be right or do you want to be loved? When you want to be right, you focus on a win-lose situation. When you want to be loved, you focus on a win-win situation.